This is not what I teach, and this is not what I like people that are trying to grow their accounts to use. If you're trying to grow your account, you don't want to risk a larger percentage of it. Our fellow traders, well, we're off and running on another week. Had a halfway decent day yesterday. We're going to recap that one first. And then we'll look at the mess that I'm making of today. So we look at the market, and this is a snapshot of the SPY yesterday. You can see we had a nice gap up day from the panic selling that we dealt with on Friday. We had a nice gap up day. But looking at this last night, I wasn't convinced that we were going to continue to move up. You can see, even though we had a gap up day, we still closed below the 5-day. We closed below the 10-day, below the 20-day moving average. We were still below a lot of resistance. So for me, I'm thinking, okay, it's probably not going to continue. We're probably going to pull back. The weakness we saw today, I wasn't ready for, but I guess with the remarks that Powell had, it kind of hurt today. But we'll look at today here in a few minutes. But just to go over yesterday's trades, first trade on Airbnb. Well, this wasn't the first trade, but this is the worst trade. I got in a really good entry here, but instead of taking profit here, I decided that I was going to add. Now, I didn't do this on purpose. This was an accident. I was in short another trade, so because of that, I covered instead of selling and ended up adding to this. But before I could catch it, you could see we sold off pretty big. And I kind of waited to see if it was going to come back. But I was stubborn a little bit. I was saying, well, I'm just going to hold it. If it doesn't break trend, there's a chance it can come back the end of the day. And it did. But really didn't make any profit. I had to take it right before the close. And you can see after the close, we got right back up to this 180.50 point. But, it was still just a bad deal all the way around. Not the finest of trades for me. But when I get myself in these positions, I try not to panic out. I try to look at the chart and see, okay, are we still holding trend? Does this thing still have a nice profit window? And it did. It just didn't, realize its potential. So the next trade was on MRK. This one finally broke down, 5-minute opening range breakdown. I was looking for a move through here to take profit first. It never did get there, and it started to push back up. This thing was moving really, really slow. Even though it had decent volume, it just didn't have any volatility to it. So to me, it didn't seem like it was going to be a profitable trade. So we started grinding back up. I went ahead and killed it. Eventually, it did sell off, but this happened during lunch, so I kind of missed it. So that was on MRK. ZM was the best trade of the day, and it was a base hit. This was the stock that I got a bad entry on because the volatility was really high. And trading with TD Ameritrade, even though it's connected to DOS, DOS can't verify until TD verifies. And so it was a delay here. So it took a minute for TD to fill it, and I got kind of a bad entry. So could have probably made another 120 bucks if I had a better entry. But first target here, and then second target was going to be 208.50. Did not quite get there, and it turned around. I had to stop out at break even. Eventually, it came down and hit the level. Would have hit my second target and then bounced. And ironically, this is exactly what ZM did today. And we'll take a look at that trade here in a minute. But all in all, not a bad day yesterday. 510.09. You could see Airbnb not much, about 50 bucks. MRK about 30 bucks. These trades just didn't work. And a nice base hit. I'll take a $430 base hit every day. You get 2 or 3 of those a day, and in a week's time, you'll be shocked, and you'll be even more shocked in a month's time. So, base hits are king for me. All right, so message for today: trading is not always a sunny day on the island, or a sunny day wherever you are. Trading is the ultimate competitor. It will come at you when you least expect it, when you're feeling so confident in your trading, everything is going right. It'll start throwing obstacles in your way, but don't give up. Those obstacles are the opportunities. Those are your opportunities for growth. So just know it's not just when you feel like you made it. Expect some obstacles. So just don't quit. Use them, learn from them, and just keep on going. All right, so we're looking at the spot today. You can see where we opened a gap down here. We pushed up and touched the 5-day moving average, which is really the most aggressive moving average that we use on the daily chart. So it rejected here and we sold off. We made a lower low. We may be coming back to the 50-day. We may touch that tomorrow. But I do like the fact that we are coming in. So I am feeling pretty good about this. Everything looks good that it may come down to the 50. Even the 100 right here. And then we've got the ascending support that's bringing up the rear. I think if we do get through the 50, we may touch 450 and come on back up. This will be good for our swing trading. I haven't been able to get off any swings in this month. I mean, none, other than the little ones that we've been kind of messing with. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow. Tomorrow's my last trading day of the week, and we'll see where I end up. Okay, so RBLX, this is our trade from the day. Textbook opening range breakout. Soon as the 5-minute opening range prints, we get in on the break. First profit target, second profit target. Had a little pullback, hit the third target. The fourth target was up through 138 and didn't quite get there. It tried, but then it pulled back. Once we gave up the 20-day, the trade was pretty much done for me. And you can see we eventually pulled all the way back, and we've been trading sideways since inside lunch. But pretty decent trade. I can't complain. It's just one of those really nice trades that it doesn't quite get to your final target, but it still turns out to be really, really good. The trade that I'm struggling with today is another trade on ZM. All right, really beautiful trade out of the gate on ZM. You know, I know this looks like it really went against me bad, but this was my area right here. This was my line in the sand, this red to green. We had all of this resistance, the 200, VWAP, 9, red to green, the 20, the 100, the 50, all of these sitting right here above this. So I gave it enough room. I'm like, look, there's about 10 points here. I don't mind risking $3, $3.50 to go for 10 points. That's not a bad thing. So excellent, you know, excellent risk to ratio if you want to, you know, get nitpicky about it. It was pretty decent trade, but opportunity. But got in, took profit here. I messed up and didn't type in the right price and ended up taking profit too soon. So I had to hold it a little bit longer, and I took the third profit down here. It was around 212.50. And then through 209 I took some more, and this thing had a lot more in it. I mean, it had a lot more in it. I could have gone down to 200, and we bounced. We rejected the 9. As we came back through and took out this channel, I added, and then once we confirmed, I added some more. So I was back in full size, and of course it bounced. Then it pulled back, it double bottomed here, and then we started grinding up. Well, I turned my head for a couple of minutes, well, maybe a minute or two, and I looked back and this thing is gone. I mean, it just blew right up. So, you know, again, I just say, look, we're having to deal with all this resistance. Just give it a shot. So I looked to add to it when it rejected VWAP. It didn't really reject it. It tried to, but it didn't confirm a rejection, and pushed up, rejected the 100, and it's starting to pull back now. So it is starting to help me out a little bit. This is not what I teach, and this is not what I like people that are trying to grow their accounts to use. It's something I learned how to do as I got better, how to get myself out of this stuff. But, you know, I'm 100% transparent in what I do. And when I do something that's kind of out of what I like to teach you guys, I'm going to let you know. This is not something you want to work with and mess around with at this point. If you're trying to grow your account and, you know, you don't want to risk a larger percentage of it. So, you know, that's what's going on with here, ZM. We're going to have an aftermarket earnings trade, so I'll post that if we have one on Twitter, so you can see that. I don't look at my P&L during the day, so I don't know where I'm at today. I know I'm green. I haven't taken any losses yet, but I just don't know where and how, and I don't want to know, because if I do, I'm going to start reacting to it. So that's going to wrap up yesterday and today. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy your evening. I will do a recap tomorrow, and that'll be the last one you'll see from me for a pretty good time, because I am packing up and heading to Canada on Thursday, and I won't be back until the following Thursday. So it's gonna be a long trip. So you guys be safe, and I will see you soon.